Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be continuing with our makeup sessions, and this is makeup 102, and today we're going to see all about concealing and correcting. I'm going to show you the procedure of applying this first, and as I go by I'm going to tell you how to do it and what to do. First, I'm going to be applying the Nivea moisturizer to my face, and you need to moisturize your face each time you put on your makeup. That is the key. That is one of the most important steps in makeup. I'm just gonna massage the cream into my skin. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser as a primer, and I'm just applying it all over my face. This is an instant pore eraser, but I'm also applying it to my entire face because this also has that silicone finish, and it kind of creates my face into this soft canvas for the rest of my makeup to glide on. Before you even apply the corrector or a concealer, always know the reason why you're applying the corrector or a concealer. Just take a good look at your face, take a good look for any dark circles, blemishes or pigmentation, and then choose the right color of the corrector, the different colors of corrector correctors that are available in the market. The different colors serve different purposes on your face. I'm using this MAC corrector that has both orange and yellow in it, and I'm applying the orange one for my dark circles. When you're applying a corrector, always make sure that you apply the corrector on the exact area that is needed. Don't go below or don't go up than the affected area. I'm using my finger to blend that particular corrector on that area. There are different color correctors available in the market. There is this blue corrector, green corrector, yellow, orange, red, violet, purple. There are different reasons that you have to use all these colors, but for now I just want you to bother about the orange one. If you have any purple or green colored dark circles, then I suggest that you use a red corrector instead of the orange one. And on top of the orange corrector that I applied, I'm using the yellow one that is also from the same MAC the corrector, the duo that I got from MAC. I'm using the yellow as well because my dark circles are kind of bluish and purplish, so I think I'm supposed to use the combination of orange and yellow for it. I'm just blending it completely with my fingers. Now this is a full coverage look. I am applying this much because I just want all the blemishes and dark circles on my face to be covered. But if you don't want to apply this much of product, and if you don't want to do it for everyday purpose, then don't apply this much. Just apply a little bit of it. That'll serve the purpose of everyday look. But this is a full coverage look, and that is the reason that I'm applying so much. Always have a tissue handy so that you can just wipe your finger and blend the product simultaneously on your face. Blend the product completely into your face. Always make sure that you blend the edges. Edges are very important. I'm taking the Clinique concealer in the shade medium, and I am taking a bit of the product on the back of my hand. This concealer is very full coverage, so I'm just picking the slightest amount of concealer possible, and I'm making this V shape under my eyes. The reason you have to make a V shape for a concealer is that you don't want your under eyes to look in completely different color than the rest of your face. So that is the reason you're just making a V shape under the eyes, so that the little area under your eyes is also seen in that particular color. Make sure that you blend those edges. You don't want any harsh lines appearing on your face. Now don't rub the product vertically or horizontally. You just have to dab the product into your skin so that it doesn't look so cakey and it looks so natural. Now take a beauty blender and then just damp it a bit and then start dabbing that beauty blender onto your face. What this does is it blends the product completely into your skin so that it doesn't look so unnatural. If you can notice the difference between both the eyes, this eye is not covered and this is covered. That's because we don't have a corrector or a concealer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply just the concealer on the other eye for you to notice the difference between applying a concealer and not applying a corrector and not applying a corrector. I'm just doing the same thing. I'm making a V shape with the concealer under my eyes. When you're applying a concealer, never apply it too closer to your lash line, the lower lash line. If you can see the under eyes, the rest of the face is particularly well blended with the concealer, but the under eye area is not, because that area is in a completely different color. Now notice the difference between both the eyes. Now I'm going to cover the pigmentation around my lips with the same corrector duo from MAC. I'm applying the orange color first, and then I'll apply the yellow. Never apply so much of product on the rest of the areas wherever it is, either on blemishes or pigmentation, because you can actually cover up that concealer that you applied under your eyes with some other products, but if it's around your mouth or around your jawline, you don't have anything else to cover it up. So I'm just applying the slightest amount of corrector and concealer around my eyes. Now when you're applying a corrector or a concealer, take a good look for any firm lines on your face, because if you have any firm lines and if you apply too much of product, it's gonna start getting cakey. I'm gonna apply the yellow corrector on that area. Start blending it with your fingers, because I have pretty dry skin and the skin to skin touch will actually warm up the product and make sure that it blends really well. Don't worry that we are applying so much of product, because once you apply the foundation, it's all gonna be neutralized and it's gonna look very natural, so don't worry about it. If you want a fuller coverage, then this is what you have to do. Now I'm applying the concealer over the correctors that I've applied around my lips. Like I said, always pick a concealer which is one shade darker than your skin tone, because the area on which you're applying the concealer is the actual problem area, and that particular area is darker than the rest of your face, and that is the reason you have to choose the concealer which is in that shade and not the shade of your skin tone. I'm blending that concealer around my lips. Now I'm taking the beauty blender and doing the same thing. What a beauty blender does, this is basically a sponge which is really soft. A sponge makes sure that any extra product on your face is taken away, and it makes sure that your face doesn't look so cakey, and that is the reason I'm using the sponge. If you're comfortable with your fingers, just go ahead and use just your fingers. Now I'm just covering up the dark spots that are there on my face. I'm not doing anything to the left side of my face for you to notice the difference between correcting and concealing and just concealing. First I've applied the orange corrector and then I've applied the yellow corrector. Now I'm just gonna blend it all. If you can see, the right side of my face is completely covered, and that is what a corrector and a concealer does. A concealer is just used to cover up all the blemishes and dark spots, and a corrector makes sure that throughout the day those dark spots or blemishes doesn't come out through the concealer. Just make sure that whatever you apply on your face is completely blended. Now you can notice the difference between the right side and the left side. This was the finished look. So once you apply the foundation, everything is going to come into one single tone. Now I hope you got what a corrector and a concealer is. I'm going to see you next time with another video. Until then, bye bye. I love you. Take care.